What is up? What is up, YouTube? How y'all doing? Fiance behind me sleep, y'all. Come on, Shannon. Come on, Shannon. You can't tell me this is true. Oh my God, Shannon. I was really banking on you. I was banking on the point that the 19-year-old got greedy, wanted to sue him, make more money. Come on, Shannon. I can't believe this. You fell all the way in on this thing, man. Check this out. Shannon Sharpe charged with battery on 2 other women. Investigations reveals in the report. What is wrong with these men? What is wrong with them? Hit that subscribe button, hit that bell, man. Let's get into this bad boy. Let's check it out. Here we go.
There's also a restraining order that she says she had that she pulled back. You know what I'm saying? After she said she was threatened. Y'all can hear me? All right, bet. Salute everybody that's in the chat. Man,
Make
bro.
sure we don't miss nothing.
Apparently, according to reports, you guys, Shannon Sharpe was arrested and charged. As you guys know, pretty much ever since he's got these allegations against him with this most recent girl, 𝗟𝗓𝗡𝗞𝗦, I believe that's her name. There's a lot of things that's been said about Shannon Sharpe that's been coming out about Shannon Sharpe. There's been the reported, other lawsuit that's been out by Michelle Bundy since 2023. She also came out, did an interview, and accused Shannon Sharpe of R-wording her. There's also a restraining order that she says she had that she pulled back, you know what I'm saying, after she said she was threatened outside of her basement. Then there was another incident, allegedly, of a choking incident that Shannon Sharpe allegedly settled at Fox Sports 1, FS1, where Shannon Sharpe, his team, they categorically denied that it was a choking incident. They just said it was a little bit of, I guess, horseplay or just a little bit of, light situation. But, nevertheless, that story reportedly ended in a settlement, which a lot of people don't believe, Shannon Sharpe's team's explanation of that incident, which they said it was light play, horseplay. Now, ladies and gentlemen, according to reports coming out from the U.S. Sun, Shannon Sharpe, as they have dug in this man's past, bro, and you guys can see right here, the reports are out right now, is that Shannon Sharpe, man, according to the reports, was arrested at least twice for battering 2 different women decades before the last 2 lawsuits. It says inside the current R-word allegations surrounding the ESPN star. And basically, this report goes on to go on Shannon Sharpe, man. Now, according to the reports, it says that Shannon Sharpe was arrested at least twice for allegedly assaulting 2 different women decades before he was accused of R-wording in 2 different lawsuits.
Now you see why he tried to get in front of this thing so early and did that video, that interview. And the part that kills me is Bugsby is saying that we ain't even say that there was a video out. And you told us, so why don't you show the whole video? They didn't show none of the video, and you talking about show the whole video. What are you doing? What are you doing, man? And people point the finger at me. Dude, I did not know. Real talk, man. Real talk. Y'all ready? I didn't know there was so many bad people in this world, man. Rich bad people. I didn't know. I'm just keeping it real. I didn't know, man. Shannon, shame on you. This your 3rd strike you got. It says Shannon was arrested at least twice for allegedly assaulting 2 different women. You ain't learned your lesson. Cat Williams and Monique tried to tell you ain't learned your lesson.
Now, it says the U.S. Sun can exclusively reveal that the famed NFL player turned sportscaster was charged with battery in 1995 and in 2004. It goes on to say, and I'll show you guys, it has this picture right here of Shannon Sharpe. It says, embattled ESPN star Shannon Sharpe was previously accused of battery in two separate incidents decades before these R-word allegations have surfaced. Also, it goes on. There's another picture that says the U.S. Sun has uncovered two incidents that spanned just under a decade, both at Shannon Sharpe's Georgia home. Can y'all hear me in the comments? Y'all press one if y'all can hear me in the comment section. Can y'all hear me? Press one if y'all can hear me in the comment section.
Unfortunately, we can hear you.
Don't tell me I gotta start this video over again, man. Press one if y'all can. Can y'all hear me? Okay, y'all can hear me? All right, bet. I thought my mic went out. About to say, I know I ain't had to start this joint over again. It goes on to say, in one incident, Shannon Sharpe, who's 56 years old, y'all smash a like, share, and subscribe. It says, in one incident, Shannon Sharpe, who's 56 years old, got into an altercation with a woman at his Atlanta home in January of 1995. It said a police spokesperson said at the time, each said that they were hit by each other. So Shannon says he was hit by the woman, and the woman says she was hit by Shannon. It says as a result, both Shannon Sharpe and the woman, whom the U.S. Sun has chosen not to name, were charged with simple battery. It says the woman was also charged with destruction of property as she allegedly broke some glasses and things, according to the sports spokesperson speaking to the Washington Post at that time. It goes on. It says more charges. It says less than a decade later, the First Take star found himself facing similar charges stemming from an incident with yet another woman inside his Atlanta home. It says a Fulton County clerk confirmed to the U.S. Sun that Shannon Sharpe was charged with simple battery on July the 22nd, 2004. It says a woman claimed that Shannon Sharpe had lifted her up to physically remove her from the home. It says the alleged incident occurred in June, and the woman reported it to the police 2 weeks later. It goes on to say, he then reportedly turned himself in and was thrown in jail. Kenneth Jones, I'm not lying. You say stop the cap. Sir, I'm not capping, sir. Do you see the report on the screen? I put the report on the screen. I think something is wrong with you guys' brains. I seriously think that something is wrong with your brain, sir. For you to come in here and say I'm capping when I have put the actual article on the screen. Let me put it on the screen again. This is the actual article just came out. I'm not lying. I'm not lying. I have no reason to come in here and lie. I have no gain for coming in here and lying, sir. So please don't come in here and disrespect my channel.
Facts.
When I have no reason to come in here and lie about a report that's being put out on social media, in the newspaper right now. What do you think, I'm lying? Something's wrong with y'all. Seriously, something's really mentally wrong with y'all. It says less than a decade later, the First Take star found himself facing similar charges stemming from an incident with yet another woman inside his Atlanta home. Listen to what the next paragraph says before you come opening your punk mouth to me. It says a Fulton County clerk confirmed. Fulton County, that's in Georgia, sir. Fulton County clerk confirmed to the U.S. Sun that Shannon Sharpe was charged with simple battery on July the 22nd, 2004. It says a woman claimed that Sharpe lifted her up to physically remove her from the home. It says the alleged incident occurred in June, and the woman reported it to the police 2 weeks later. It goes on. It says, and I quote, then he reportedly turned himself in and was thrown in jail. So nigga, what is you talking about? They're saying that Shannon Sharpe turned himself in. Something's wrong with you people. You gonna come in here and talk about something, oh, this is cap. How is this cap? They're saying they got this from the Fulton County clerk. They're saying that the man, after this girl reported this, he reportedly turned himself in and was thrown in jail. They said he posted a $1,000 bond less than 24 hours later. His attorney at the time claimed, and I quote, Mr. Sharpe very appropriately and lawfully simply picked her up and gently put her outside of his home. The case was ultimately resolved in mediation. An Atlanta court clerk told the U.S. Sun that they believe the cases have both been expunged. When contacted by the U.S. Sun, Shannon Sharpe, lawyer, said in a statement, "It should be of no surprise that when someone famous is in the news, all sorts of people crawl up out of the woodwork to share their connection to that person in an attempt to profit from that alleged relationship. In many cases, those stories or accusations are nothing more than old news, fanciful exaggerations, or sometimes blatant misrepresentations of the fact. They are shared on social media or fed to reporters with intentional factual omissions and no regard for the truth. This is obviously purposeful, designed to create a fabricated narrative." It goes on in the article even more. That I ain't even put this on a screenshot. It goes on more. It says, as the U.S. Sun exclusively reported last week, Sharpe is facing a mound of more recent legal issues stemming in part from a lawsuit filed by his former girlfriend, Michelle Bundy. It goes on to say, who accused the former NFL star of sexually assaulting her. The ESPN star is also facing a separate lawsuit filed by a woman identified as the Jane Doe, who alleged that he R-worded her when she attempted to end their relationship in 2024. Sharpe has denied the allegations, and the case remains ongoing. He stepped away from his role at ESPN on Thursday, stating that he has plans to return at the start of the NFL preseason. In the lawsuit filed by Evans against the former NFL star in late 2023, she made several alarming claims regarding an alleged incident in 2010.
Man, as soon as Shannon said that he was going back, once the NFL starts, I'm like, who he think he is? They ain't gonna let you back. You don't run that place. You made it very uncomfortable for people to work at their own jobs, my brother. They ain't gonna allow you back. You talking about you coming back? What?
Case remains ongoing. He stepped away from his role at ESPN on Thursday, stating that he has plans to return at the start of the NFL preseason. In the lawsuit filed by Evans against the former NFL star in late 2023, she made several alarming claims regarding an alleged incident in 2010. In her lawsuit, Evans said that she and the ESPN First Take star had dated for nearly a decade when, in September of 2010, they got into an argument over her claims that he had cheated on her. During the argument, she alleged that Sharpe forcefully subdued her, compelling her to her knees, and subsequently engaging in non-consensual oral penetration. She went on to say, therefore, after Shannon's coercion escalated, he maneuvered her onto the bed and achieved non-consensual vaginal penetration, all while proclaiming to her that his intent was to make it so that no other man would want her. Evans said after the alleged incident, the First Take star threatened her with ruin if she disclosed what had allegedly happened. Following the incident, Evans filed a restraining order against Sharpe, who was working as a TV analyst for CB Sports at the time. The restraining order petition alleged he repeatedly calls and threatens her life, places her under surveillance, and calls to say he's watching her. After the news of the restraining order became public, Shannon temporarily stepped away from his role at NFL Today. In her current lawsuit, Evans is suing Sharpe, host of 𝗗𝗢𝗡𝗞𝗦 podcast, for defamation. She claimed the sports personality has repeatedly referenced their legal disputes on television and other public platforms, causing harm to her reputation. A representative for Sharpe responded to the U.S. Sun's request for comment, stating, Michelle Evans' claims are ridiculous and completely without any merit. She could not find a lawyer to take her case, and if you read her complaint, you'll see it's filled with nonsense. Right? Then it talks about Shannon Sharpe's latest lawsuit. His lawyer came out now and says it's filled with lies, distortions, and misrepresentations, and it will not succeed. He stands firmly by the truth and is prepared to fight these false claims vigorously in court. He looks forward to vindication through the due process of a judgment based on facts by the law. Sharpe claimed that Doe was trying to release the sex tape to back up her claims, but Busby instead insisted that they would not be revealing the video as it contains key evidence in the case. When approached by the U.S. Sun, ESPN declined to comment on the matter. Right? Now, it says that it goes on to say, right? And I told you guys this. I have no reason to lie to y'all. This is all in the report. It's right there. It's right there, man. They're saying that Shannon Sharpe literally was charged. And that they said that on the second incident, he actually turned himself in and posted bond. They saying it right there, bro. They coming for this cat, bro. When you see all these stories coming up from your past, bro, they coming for this cat, bro. They coming for this cat. I told y'all the other day, the white dude 𝗗𝗢𝗡𝗞𝗦 had tweeted out back in 2017. He said Shannon Sharpe had 10 domestic violence incidents. He tweeted that in 2017. I'm not lying. I couldn't believe. I was like, yo, what the hell is going on?
Damn.
He tweeted that back in 2017. And I don't like or have any respect for 𝗗𝗢𝗡𝗞𝗦. I don't like anything he stands for. I don't like anything about that clown. This is when him and Shannon Sharpe were going at it. I believe Shannon Sharpe was at FS1 at the time. And he came out and put that out there in the atmosphere. He straight up said it. And Shannon Sharpe did not sue him for defamation or anything like that. That made me think. Like 𝗗𝗢𝗡𝗞𝗦 had a big following too. He had a big following. You know what I mean? So that, really could do some damage. Matter of fact, I'm going to show y'all that on the screen when he said that. 𝗗𝗢𝗡𝗞𝗦 said that. He said that back in 2017. Look at the date. 11/1/2017. At 3:49 p.m., he tweeted that out. 𝗗𝗢𝗡𝗞𝗦. He tweeted out, he said, reminder.
Wow, that's crazy.
Shannon Sharpe has 10 different complaints alleging domestic violence, abuse, and stalking filed by women against him.
You would think, dude, I'm trying to cover up because we got the AC on, man. It's hot as 100 hamburgers. But you would think that somebody would learn a lesson. 10 complaints? Now you got this 19-year-old girl, man. Dude, you living your life wrong, man. You got the wrong head making the decisions, man. And it's costing you out of your behind. The wallet is hurting because you thinking with the wrong head. Thinking with the wrong head. Thinking with the wrong head.
Say that in 2017. I'm telling y'all, somebody's working behind the scenes to help the media recover all of these incidents. I'm telling y'all this. They're getting these incidents one by one because now you see right here in this report, now they're talking about two of somebody's helping them get this information on Shannon Sharpe behind the scenes. Somebody, I think, is pointing them in the directions because how in the blue hell do they know to go talk to the Fulton County clerk? Look at it right there. That's somebody helping them go find out this information about Shay Sharpe in his past. And they say they think he got this expunged from his record. But it says a Fulton County clerk, read the second paragraph. Or you can start from the first paragraph. It says, less than a decade later, the first take star found himself facing similar charges. I don't think it's who y'all saying it is. It says, I think it's somebody in the media, but not that person y'all think it is. I think it's people that really have a disdain for Shannon Sharpe. It says, less than a decade later, the first take star found himself facing similar charges stemming from an incident with yet another woman inside his Atlanta home.
I don't think it's Shaquille O'Neal. They said in the chat, just in case y'all can't see the chat, right? They said, because they said that him and Shaquille kind of went at each other. Oh my God, man. Shannon, I thought he was a straight shooter, man. He did this little video, his little podcast. It wasn't all that great, but Cat Williams put him on the map. Okay, give him a break, let him do his thing. Long story short, now you over here tripping. You dating somebody that's way too young for you. I don't care, man. Call me old school, whatever, man. I'm not down with that, man. I'm not down with that. I think I don't think that's cool, man. I mean, a big age gap, okay, that's cool. But a giant age gap, no. This kid is still wanting to go to parties and hang out at clubs and hang out with people they age. And you got grandpa with you. Nah, that ain't gonna work.
A Fulton County clerk confirmed to the U.S. Sun. So they're not saying just to anybody. They're saying that a Fulton County clerk confirmed to the newspaper that Shannon Sharpe was charged with simple battery on July the 20th. They gave an exact date. July the 22nd, 2004. It says a woman claimed Sharpe lifted her up to physically remove her from the home. The alleged incident occurred in June, and the woman reported it to the police 2 weeks later. And then they said that, he reportedly turned himself in and was thrown in jail. Then they said he posted a $1,000 bond less than 24 hours later. They said his attorney at the time claimed that the situation, he's saying that, he put her out, but he said that he very appropriately and lawfully simply picked her up and gently put her outside his home. Now, they said that this case was ultimately resolved in mediation. This is right there. I mean, they're getting this information from the clerk. They're going to go, to me, I think they're going to try to dig up everything in this mess. And bro, listen, this is the thing what's going to make people not believe him. They're going to rack up so many of these past situations with Shannon. It's going to put complete doubt in all the people that they think that are riding with Shannon Sharpe still. They want to make sure all these people, because they're running this thing now. You can tell the media's investigating. You can tell the media's investigating. They've come out with an all-out investigation on this dude now. And I'm going to tell you something. Them publications, especially them UK publications, they do deep investigate. If you got dirt, they will find it. So this is crazy because they're saying that they think these things were expunged from his record. So for them to find this, man, this is devious work. This is somebody who knew the situation at the time, who remembered the situation, and who's passing on information. Because they're giving exact dates. Shannon Sharpe I told y'all a couple days ago, Shannon Sharpe got powerful enemies, man. He have made some powerful enemies, bro. He have made some powerful enemies out here, bro. Powerful. And y'all smash the like button as y'all come on in. We should have nearly 1,000 likes. And I told everybody this, but they didn't want to listen to me. So now they're saying he was actually charged with 2.
They ain't want to listen to me.
That's what it says right here. It says Shannon Sharpe was arrested at least twice, right? For allegedly assaulting 2 different women decades before he was accused of R-word in 2 different lawsuits. It says the U.S. Sun can exclusively reveal that the famed NFL player turned sportscaster was charged with battery. Charged, it says right there. Charged with battery in 1995 and 2004. They digging this dude up, bro. They trying to get him out. He must, because remember, there's a report out that people was gonna quit at ESPN if Shannon Sharpe continued keeping his job. They said people was gonna quit at the network if Shannon Sharpe kept his job. They were gonna quit. So if you got that type of stuff going on, man, where you had coworkers ready to quit, man, you got people probably coming out of the woodwork telling everything on this cat. And I'm gonna tell y'all something. I wouldn't be surprised if Shannon Sharpe get hit with a couple more lawsuits coming up, just for people out of the blue who see this is the time that they can come in there here now and jump on top of this cat. I'm telling y'all this, bro. This is how this type of stuff happens, man. You can tell, bro. But here's the thing: if Shannon Sharpe truly was arrested and charged for these things, bro, this is not gonna look good on him, bro. This is not going to look good on him, bro. It's going against fighting any case in a court of law. Any case. Because now what they're trying to do is they're trying to build up a history. And what they're going to say is that, oh, well, this ain't everybody just ganging up on you, Shannon. Because look at his lawyer's quote. His lawyer said, oh, this is people concocting things. Nobody came out and said this. The newspaper went back and investigated that. They went back and investigated the actual situations. This ain't like somebody came out and said, hey, Shannon Sharpe did this in my past. From these two reports, no, this is the newspaper going back, doing reports, and finding out about these cases. Because they didn't have any quotes from the victims in these cases. No, they didn't have any quotes. Look at the report. It's right there. This dude got powerful enemies, bro, and they must know about his past. Remember, you had Jason Whitlock running his mouth talking about, oh, y'all must not have seen Shannon Sharpe's HR file. Remember who Jason Whitlock used to run with? 𝗟𝗢𝗡𝗞𝗦 over there on Outkick until 𝗟𝗢𝗡𝗞𝗦 got tired of him. 𝗟𝗢𝗡𝗞𝗦 put this on in November of 2017 before anybody was on Shannon Sharpe like that. I'm talking about before Club Shay Shay, before all of this stuff. 𝗟𝗢𝗡𝗞𝗦 was out here saying that Shannon Sharpe had 10 different complaints alleging domestic violence, abuse, and stalking filed by women. They're going to destroy this man. They're trying to say that this dude is a woman beater. That's basically what they're trying to put out here. Now, Shannon Sharpe has thoroughly denied all of these allegations. He's denied all of these allegations.
Man. This is so crazy.
But now, if they can start pinning things on you where they're saying that you were charged with battery, now that's something way different now. That's something way different now, because now people are going to say, because everybody's asking about these current situations, where's the police reports? Where's the police reports? Man, they coming out here talking about a situation where this dude was charged. So now you look, and they're saying, again, they said in one of these situations, they look at the second paragraph. They said they talked to the Fulton County clerk that confirmed to the U.S. Sun that Shannon Sharpe was charged with simple battery on July the 22nd, 2004. What they're going to do to Shannon Sharpe, I'm telling y'all this, they're going to create a pattern of this. Shannon Sharpe made somebody so upset. And I'm going to tell y'all why I think Shannon Sharpe made people upset. There was a episode that Shannon Sharpe had, I think it was either Nightcap. It was Nightcap. And I think on Nightcap, Shannon Sharpe one night, he was going off on his haters. Mm-hmm. And Shannon Sharpe said, as he was going off on his haters, Shannon Sharpe said that he had gotten to it with somebody on social media. I forget, one of these other podcasts. I forget who it was. And Shannon Sharpe came out and was like, y'all jealous. Y'all ain't on my level. Shannon Sharpe was like, I don't even want to acknowledge y'all. Like, he said, the only people I can talk to is, I forget the one white dude that got the big podcast. I forget his name. But anyways, I don't know if y'all remember that. But Shannon Sharpe started calling these dudes out. Wow. Saying that their podcast ain't big enough to be talking to him. He said the only dudes that was bigger than him, and he named the white dude that got the podcast. I forget his name. Somebody go remember in the comment section.
Vlad TV or something.
One white, Joe Rogan. He said
Joe
Joe
Rogan. Joe
Rogan and
Rogan.
somebody else. He said, them the only people that can talk to me. I won't forget when he had that string. I don't know if you guys remember. Yeah. So he was saying that, right? So I don't know if since then, since everybody took that as like all the other black content creators who coming up, who doing podcast stuff. I don't know if they took that shit personal or whatever. But I'm just telling y'all this. When you look at this situation right here, that's on your screen, man, and they pulling up cases and they talking about the Fulton County clerk confirmed this to the newspaper that Shannon Sharpe was charged with simple battery. He got 2 different instances they done pulled up already, and a woman named claimed Shannon Sharpe lifted her up to physically remove her from the home. And then when you listen to what Jason Whitlock said the other day, he knows something, because Jason Whitlock said there's going to be stories that start coming out in the next 24 to 48 hours about Shannon Sharpe's past. He did say that. Somebody sent me that video clip where he said that. He did say that. So he knows, in my opinion, he knows who's coming after Shannon Sharpe behind the scenes. Will he ever admit who it is? No. It might be him, but I don't think he has that much pull. But I think he's enjoying that shit. But as y'all see right there on your screen, they talked to the Fulton County clerk, and they said on July, they gave you a specific date. And his lawyer did not deny that the incident happened. His lawyer said that he simply picked the woman up and put her outside gently. Now remember, to the choking incident at ESPN, where they said that Shannon Sharpe allegedly paid the settlement. Him and Fox allegedly paid the settlement to the woman who allegedly got choked. Right? They said, nah, there was no choking incident. They said it was just like horseplay, like, fun play. They said it wasn't like no choking incident. You know what I'm saying? Think about what I'm saying to y'all now. So they bringing up all these different incidents, and think about this. That tape, remember, they had more tapes than what they dropped from what I heard, but they only dropped the tapes about Shannon Sharpe saying he gonna choke girl. But now they're bringing up other incidents in his past where they're saying he was arrested for battery on a woman. So they're going to, and you can't say, hey man, they clout chasing now. They coming out of the woodworks, man. This stuff had been filed. This stuff happened in 95 and 2004. Allegedly, is what they're reporting. So, bro, strap in, because, bro, this whole situation with Shannon is going to get ugly. And again, he should not say nothing else. His lawyer is going to have to do all the talking from now on. Shannon cannot get in the back and forth with people about all these different things that's coming up, man, because somebody going to end up coming out with that paperwork, bro. And if they start doing real interviews and having these chicks come out, you don't know if they got NDAs or not, or confidentiality agreements, but they get them to break them and say, we'll pay the fine or whatever it is, and start doing interviews on TV, bro. They're going to make this thing to a whole different situation. I'm telling y'all this. That's why I never thought Shannon Sharpe should have came out in the first place making no statements. You always let your lawyer do the talking, and you just be quiet. That's why you got a lawyer. That's my opinion. That's why you got a lawyer, bro. When you start coming out dropping names and text messages and all this other stuff, man, you open people up to your private business. And now you give people a chance to judge you. People can't judge an allegation when you ain't showed them nothing. They can only speculate. They might say, hey, man, I think he gets, but it's nothing they could have did to him. The fact that Shannon Sharpe released that stuff, in my opinion, pushed them to go ahead, and because now everybody don't seen it. In my opinion, he should have never, ever, ever came out with no information, any stuff. Think about this, y'all. Skip Bayless is skating free today. He's on YouTube, doing streams, everything. Skip Bayless have an open case against him. A lawsuit. Right now, open lawsuit case against him right now, and this dude on here chilling. You know why? Because he ain't say nothing. When everybody was coming at Skip, everybody was coming all of him. Open lawsuit case against him right now, and this dude on here chilling. You know why? Because he ain't say nothing. When everybody was coming at Skip, everybody was coming to all of him, Charlie Dixon, The girl, Joy Taylor, she ain't say nothing. They sat up there and ignored it and let it die down. When Shannon Sharpe came out here talking about a shakedown and they trying to target a black man, man, you knew what they was gonna do. And you can't do that if you allegedly got a history. You can't do that. If you allegedly have a history, bro, you can't do that, bro. There's no dice you can do that, bro. That's crazy, bro.
Yes.
There's no dice. So
Like,
now
this
they
is a
coming out with these
shakedown.
stories tonight, man. Bro, and I'm telling y'all, I got a bad feeling it's gonna be more. The dude said it was like 10. From 2017, he was saying it was 10. Y'all seen on Shay Sharp show? It looked like he lost all his sponsors. We talked about the $100 million sponsorship gone. Boost Mobile, it looks like it's gone. DraftKings, it looks like it's gone. They systematically dismantling this man. You know what I mean? And I thought about something, y'all. What if the lawsuit wasn't even about money? What if it's not even about money? What if it's about money, but if it was about just making sure they got this dude up out of here as far as career over with? Think about that. Think about that. That's crazy, bro. I'm sitting here, man, like, bro, this is unbelievable, man. Like, and then they pulling up all the old streams of him saying stuff, bro. It's like crazy, bro. I'm like, damn, dog. Every day you seeing something new. Somebody done went and clipped up something new. It was like, bro, these dude was saying a whole lot all this time. All this time. You know? And shout out to Mason. Mason and them could have went and tried to went at Shannon Sharpe because of all the stuff that happened between them when they was going at it. They ain't even doing it. They keeping it G. You know what I'm saying? The deal was supposed to be signed as soon as his previous deal expired. And Shannon Sharpe, they're saying he had a whole bunch of other things under his label. You know what I'm saying? Under his Club Shay Shay label. And all of that shit is in jeopardy. All of it lost money. That's crazy. Crazy, bro. And like I said, they're saying that this reports, they're saying they went to the Fulton County clerk. That's the thing that's going to get them right there. And his lawyer didn't deny it. The lawyer didn't come out and say, hey, man, this is a lie. This never happened. Think about this, y'all. They talked to this, how you know this report is real. They talked to his lawyer, too. His lawyer's quote's right there. His lawyer didn't say, hey, this is a lie. He wasn't arrested. He didn't have to post bond. So the other situation, they said that the first one, they said that Shannon Sharpe alleged that him and the girl both alleged that they hit each other. One said they hit one, the other said they hit the other. Right? To the person who says allegations just means someone says you did something, he was arrested, sir. He turned himself in and was thrown in jail, they said. And then had to post $1,000 bond to get out. Right? The other one, let me see what they said happened in the other one. The other one they said happened in 95. A police spokesperson said at the time that each said they were hit by the other. As a result, both Sharpe and the woman, who the U.S. Sun chose not to name that woman, were charged with simple battery. You know what I'm saying? And so this is shit crazy, man. Bro, I can't believe this, bro. Hey, man. Crazy work, man. Crazy work, bro. So, yeah, man. And what this is gonna do is, I'm telling y'all, this is gonna make all the women start hating dude, bro. I'm telling y'all this. This is gonna make all the women he got left. This is gonna make them start hating this dude because now they're praying out different reports where they're saying this dude was arrested on multiple incidents, and every time he's saying that, oh, I didn't do this or I didn't do that, man, they're gonna stop believing dude. They're gonna make these women hate this dude. I'm telling y'all. I'm talking about the ones that still like supporting him and still riding with him. Y'all finna see how this thing play out, man. This is crazy, bro. I was blown up the side of my bed when I saw this report. I was like, yo, this is crazy, bro. Could not believe this. Because I didn't think no much more was gonna come out beyond what we had seen. I thought what we had seen was gonna be pretty much it. You know what I'm saying? Until whenever they go to court or however it works out. But now, with all this, man, I'm starting to think, man, they're gonna have I'm trying to think, just wait before they have another lady come out, bro. And so it's crazy, man. Like, you know, they're gonna make Sharpe have to try and defend like 10, 15 different people. That's crazy, bro. You know? So again, bro, unbelievable stuff, man. That's going on, bro. I mean, I'm shocked, bro.
Somebody
Real talk.
said
I did
Diddy
not think this
Part
stuff was
2.
coming out. I
Diddy
thought that
2.
what we had saw, I thought that was it. I didn't think they was gonna have anything talking about this dude was arrested and charged. So again, you know, you guys definitely. And how did Clay? How did somebody got to tell me? How did Clay Travis know that Shannon Sharpe had 10 different complaints alleging domestic violence and abuse back in 2017? How the hell did he know that? Somebody got to tell me that. Somebody tell me that. And why didn't Shannon Sharpe sue him when he said that? Oh yeah. You know, if that's not true, that's defamation of character. So that means people must have already been investigating or looking at Shannon, or he rubbed somebody the wrong way. They didn't like him, so they started looking at his history. Man, y'all let me know what y'all think gonna end up happening, bro. You know what I'm saying? Y'all let me know what y'all think, man. I pulled these screenshots directly from the article. I pulled this directly from the article. So you guys definitely let me know what y'all feel, man. Let me know what y'all think, man. You know, salute to everybody that's tapped in. Man, bro, they trying to make Shannon Sharpe seem like he on demon time out here, man. God, oh. So y'all let me know what y'all think, man. Like, share, subscribe. I don't think it was Shaq. I don't think it was Shaq behind this. I'm just gonna tell y'all straight up. I don't think it was Shaq. I think it was
Me
one of those
neither.
people
Me neither. I don't think it was Shaq.
that in his industry. I'm talking about like one of these people that he got real beef with behind the scenes. I don't think it's Shaq. I think it's one of them that knew about his situations and that pushed the media, as far as the newspaper, into the direction to look at this stuff. You know?
I don't think it
And
was
they see
Shaq.
this as the perfect time. Quest, what up, homie? Salute. Shout out to my boy Quest that's in the building. He did say that, bro. That's crazy, bro. And he said, I saw it. Somebody sent me the clip. Was like, yo, look at this ticket. This bum said that in less than 24 to 48 hours, it was going to be multitude of information coming out about this guy's past that was going to basically.
Dude, we great. I'm
That's
ready to
crazy.
look up some more stuff, man. I cannot believe this. They say
Y'all
he's
let me know
in
what y'all
jail.
think, man. Peace.
They say my man is in jail. He turned himself in and all this type of stuff, man. That's crazy, dog. I'm trying to tell you, man. Club Shay Shay, you've been hiding behind your wealth and everything for too long, man. Hey y'all, while I'm talking, I wanted to show. I'm gonna put it on mute. We went and did some seafood. Y'all know I'm in the Philippines, so they took me out to go buy some fresh seafood. And I was like, I want to ride the boat. No, you don't want to ride that boat. Why I can't do what I want to do? I want to ride the damn boat. Excuse me. Let me ride on the boat. How much, man? So we paid the guy some money. He took us out on the boat, man. So yeah, this me filming. And see, what had happened was, I had to, the guy that was driving the boat, he got tired, so I had to take over and drive the boat. I should do a segment of, man, you know you lying. Look. I'm over here having myself a good old time, man. In the Philippines. Dang, going, hey baby. Yeah. So, yeah, that's my man driving the boat. So this is long, man. I just wanted to show y'all some of the stuff that I'm uploading and I'm showing to the patrons and stuff. But I don't see, maybe Shannon and Diddy and people like that have done stuff like this. So this is born to them. What's next? I like my freedom. I don't want to hurt nobody. I don't want to put my hands on nobody that don't want my hands on them. I don't hug or kiss or push up on anybody or do some pervert type stuff like they claim. Yeah, I ain't like that. I love this. I love this right here, man. This was so much fun. I love this right here. So, this type of life, hey, those are fishing areas. They raise fish caves or fish jails where the fish stay in the natural water but they can't get out, and they raise the fish and stuff. But anyway, there's some dogs over there, man. And the guy was explaining how you got people, they hire people to stay and sleep there in them little houses, because late at night people will come. Yeah, them little houses right there, because late at night people will come and try to take their fish. Yeah, so yeah, man, this is a whole different lifestyle, man. This is beautiful to me. Yeah, so I zoomed in. We too far away. I should go back when I come back. Yeah. Look how far away we are. That's amazing, man. This is why I'm allergic to jail. This is why I am allergic to jail, man. That's living. Yep. Oh, let me cut it, y'all. I'm gonna cut it. You can see my crate. Anyway, man, look, I just wanted to share that with y'all, man. I try to share a little bit of Uncle Mike's personal stuff. I did a couple of videos where I'm working on some music, because we are the Music Recording Network. I just don't feel like doing music right now. I don't feel like doing no music, man. I don't know why. But I'm getting the urge back. But anyway, y'all take it light, take it slow. Tell them Uncle Mike told you so. Peace out, y'all.